Want to know some amazing psychology tricks that can make your life easier and give you an edge over others? Then these psychological tricks are exactly what you need. Each one of these tricks takes seconds to implement, so as long as you can remember them, you're good to go. Number 1. Getting information. If you have a friend that struggles to open up to you, tell you how they're feeling, or even give you simple information, this trick is a perfect way to get that information out of them in full detail. Ask them a question, and if they respond partially, or it feels like they're hiding something, simply keep eye contact and remain silent for a few seconds. The silence combined with eye contact will make them uncomfortable. They'll do anything to break this tension, even if that means giving you the information they were holding back. So remain silent for a few seconds, and they will most likely continue to talk. Number 2. The Stalker Detector. Do you ever get that feeling that somebody's eyes are on you and they're intently watching you? Maybe you can feel somebody stare on the back of your head. If you want to find out whether or not they're watching, try this simple psychology trick. Yawn. Make sure they can see you when you yawn. After you yawn, turn and look at them. If they are now yawning, you know that they were watching you. This is because yawning is contagious. Number 3. Clearing a path. The chances are you're often in crowded places, and that can be a big annoyance for a lot of people, including me. Sometimes, people aren't walking the same pace. They're standing still. Here's a pretty obvious yet effective trick you can use to help clear yourself a path. Just look in the direction you want to go. That's it. Don't look at the people around you, the environment, your phone, or your friends. Just look at where you're headed, and people will make an effort to move out of your way. The reason for this is that normally people will look at your eyes, and if they can see what your vision is fixed on, they have a better understanding of your mission and will naturally move out of the way. Give it a try. Number 4. Reducing the risk of conflict. If you're in a group gathering or meeting, and you think someone is likely to become aggressive towards you, sit next to them. It's very easy to show anger towards someone when they're sitting on the other side of the table. But if they're sitting next to that person, then it makes things harder and more awkward to do so. The reason for doing this is firstly, you have to turn your body. Secondly, there is a threatening factor, also called the intimidation factor. And thirdly, sitting next to each other makes things more personal, and you're unable to hide within the group's circle. Number 5. Shoot for the stars. When you want something from someone, be it a certain amount of money for an item you're selling, or you want your kids to eat more vegetables, aim ridiculously high by suggesting an amount that is much higher than the amount you want. When the person says no, which they should say if you have given a high enough number, then you can ask for the real amount. The other person will feel bad for already having said no, and will be more likely to accept your offer this time around. Number 6. Learning whilst teaching. You learn more about the thing when you teach them to others. If you're taught a new task at work, most people learn to do the task and then perform the task. If you find another employee to teach them what you just learned, you will comprehend the concept better and retain the info for much longer. Whenever you train a new associate at work, ask them to go show another coworker how to do the task they just learned. Magic. Now it makes a lot of sense. Think about it. To teach someone else, you have to have all the information at hand. You'll also have to organize it and present it in a suitable format for the individual, which requires more knowledge. Happy learning! Number 7. Check eye color for instant charisma. Everyone knows eye contact is important when talking to someone and trying to build an impression, yet a lot of people find it hard to maintain eye contact. In fact, most people are very uncomfortable with eye contact. Not necessarily when listening, but when speaking to the other person. So in order to do that, you have to maintain the right amount of eye contact. When you're speaking to someone else, try to make a note of their exact eye color. This way, you'll make the right amount of eye contact. Number 8. Positive emotions are contagious. Emotional contagion describes what happens when people are strongly influenced by the moods of other people. According to a research paper from the Ohio University and the University of Hawaii, people can unconsciously feel the emotions of those around them. The authors of the paper say that's possibly because we naturally mimic others' movements and facial expressions, which in turn makes us feel something similar to what they're feeling. If you want to make others feel happy when they're around you, do your best to communicate positive emotions. Number 9. Make mistakes from time to time. Well, that sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? According to the Pratfall effect, People will like you more after you make a mistake, but only if they believe you're a competent person. Revealing that you aren't perfect makes you more relatable and vulnerable towards the people around you. Researcher Elliot Aronson at the University of Texas Austin first discovered this phenomenon when he studied how simple mistakes can affect perceived attraction. Number 10. Get people to remember you. Researchers have discovered a trick to get people to remember you at networking events or in a party, and it's pretty easy. Just smile when you first meet someone. According to a research in University of Florence, Italy, smiling when you first meet someone helps ensure that they'll remember you later. Number 11. Tell them a secret. Self-disclosure may be one of the best relationship-building techniques. Yes, one research suggested that people tend to get closer to those with whom you share deep and highly personal information about yourself. You can try this technique on your own as you're getting to know someone. For example, you can build up from asking easy questions like the last movie they saw to learning about the people who mean the most to them in life. When you share intimate information with another person, they're most likely to feel closer to you and want to confide in you in the future. Number 12. Make Wednesday more than just a working day. Plan something every Wednesday that you can look forward to. Everyone looks forward to the weekend, but that always seems a long way away when you're getting up Monday. If you plan something small to do, like treating yourself to some frozen yogurt or setting up a movie date, you will look forward to that in the beginning of the week. Then by the time it's over, half the week has gone by and you're that much closer to the weekend. Number 13. Make requests the right way. Frame requests as a choice. People like having a choice, and if you want something, you will have more success if you give people choices. Rather than asking, "Would you like to donate to my cause?" Try, "Would you like to make a $5 or $10 contribution?" Number 14. Bargaining. Tweak the environment to get people to act less selfish. When you're bargaining with someone, convene in a coffee shop instead of a conference room, so your partner is less inclined towards aggression. People tend to be more selfish when they see work-related objects than when they're surrounded by neutral items. Number 15. Tackle the hard questions. A lot of the speakers use this in their Q&A. If there's a particularly hard question to answer, they always start with, "What a great question." The asker is so pleased that their question got praised by the speaker in front of the people, so they're less critical of and pay less attention to the actual answer. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell.